I guess I'm trying to look over the evidence like a little bit more thoroughly, like as I get it. This is a good thing to you. Hold on, there's still more. There's still more here waiting to be checked. It's like, what the fuck? Wait. Like what? Do I have to talk to you now? What do you mean by that, Byakuya? To be exact, not quite. Certainly, I want to reveal Chihiro's killer, but more precisely, I wanted to discover the true identity of Genocide Jack. Then, you really think? You truly believe that Genocide Jack is the one that killed Chihiro?
Don't make me repeat myself.
Absolutely. I have no doubt that Genocide Jack is the culprit in this case. Why is that a reaction? That murderous fiend, that murderous fiend is Genocide Jack, right?
What?
There's nobody else it could be. A murderous fiend who kills again and again using a bizarre and brutal method. They're like a ghost, attacking suddenly, then slipping away before the police can catch up to them. And what nickname did the internet give this mysterious serial killer? Genocide Jack. They say he's killed thousands of people, but that's gotta be an urban legend. Still, could one of us really be a demented, psychotic killer like that? You're not wrong to wonder. But words mean little right now. I have something that will prove it, and I can show you. Genocide Jack.
Don't make me repeat myself.
And I have a basis. Okay, here we go. Okay, so yeah, what's your proof? Basis to believe that. And I have a basis to believe that, I assure you, Genocide Jack is one of us. Is there really proof? There's somewhere I'd like to take you. This will provide all the evidence you need.
It's all clear now.
Evidence that Genocide Jack is the one that killed Chihiro. Evidence? Does something like that really? Ah, hey, you two. Who is that? Asahina? Big trouble. Need your help.
I don't have time to play with you.
We're busy. Leave us alone. But it's an emergency. Emergency rations. Come on, please. You gotta help me.
Please.
This is a serious emergency. Please, you gotta help me. Calm down, Hina. It's an emergency. What happened? Something's wrong with Toko. She's acting super strange. I mean, she was acting pretty strange earlier, right? What should we do, Byakuya? Since it's Toko, I must admit I'm intrigued. I suppose we can take a second to see what's going on with her. Are you sure? Don't make me repeat myself. I didn't expect that. I thought for sure he'd just say no, and that'd be the end of it. Okay, come on, hurry! Wait for us. Headed to the dorms, to Toko's room, most likely. Fukawa, what's going on? You're talking to the wrong person, you waste of space. No, damn, nigga, fuck. I like Alright, fun. You guys are too slow. I'm sorry, okay. I think you're just too fast. So, what's this emergency? Well, after what happened in the girls' locker room, we left Toko in her room so she could lay down. After a while, we came back to check on her, see how she was doing, but when we did, it was weird. She refused to come out, and she kept saying all this weird stuff. Weird stuff. Talk to her ourselves. Fukawa, what's going on with you? I may as well give it a shot. Door swung open, slowly and silently. Holy, holy crap, Lois. Holy crap. Anyway. An aura of negativity flowed out of the room, flowed out from behind the door, forcing a gasp out of me. What? Oh, nothing. It's just that Hina was really worried about you holding yourself up in your room. Leave me alone.
Yeah, sure thing. But could you open up just for a second?
Won't allow it.
Huh?
Won't let Genocide Jack have control.
What? Oh, where did that come from? And just like that, she slammed the door in my face. What was that? She's been acting like that the whole time when I rang a little while ago. I'll drive out the killer and drive out the murderous fiend. It doesn't make any sense, right? I was afraid to leave her. I was afraid to leave her in there alone, so I tried to bust down her door. But it felt like something was holding it shut on the other side. I couldn't even budge it. Toko was scared enough to even bar her door. Does she think the same thing as Byakuya? Does she think the serial killer, Genocide Jack, really murdered Chihiro? Is that why Toko's so scared? Whatever it is, I'm really worried about her. Isn't there anyone who might be able to persuade her? Anyone who might be able to persuade her? Who? To come out of her room? I'm just really worried about her. Isn't there anyone who might be able to persuade her? What about you? Hey, Byakuya, do you think you could ask her? To come out of her room, I mean.
That's fine.
Yeah, she'll listen to you, I guess. You know, if you could tell her to go take a bath, and she'll be like, "Oh, he must be so worried about my well-being, even though he's flat out insulting you, girl." How you're gonna talk to her, Byakuya? Yeah, well, why not? Wow, I guess you can be nice when you want to, when you want to. Byakuya stood in front of her door, not making a sound, and pressed the doorbell. Well, we might actually pull this off. After a few moments.
What do you want?
Leave me alone. You're all so annoying. Bacula. Bacula? Bacula? I almost misread that as Blackula for a second. I was like, whoa, what? Bacula?
Byakuya.
It's Byakuya, yeah. I'm sorry, I couldn't keep our promise. But don't worry, never again. I won't have Genocide Jack control, or I won't let Genocide Jack have control ever again. And with that, the door slammed shut. Even Byakuya couldn't put what's this I hear about a promise? There's nothing else we can do. Let's get back to the investigation. Hold on. Hey, Byakuya, what was Tokyo talking about just now? Something about a promise?
What?
Oh, I have no idea. Another one of her delusions, I'm sure. But
Stop talking.
if I say I don't know, that means I don't know. Just let Hina take care of her. Oh, yeah, okay, I'll stay here and keep an eye on her.
Go.
Without waiting for a reply, Byakuya sped away. And I hurried to catch up. I tried to talk to him several times as we walked. But he didn't even look back, let alone say anything. He just kept on walking towards his destination. Finally, his feet brought him to a stop in front of a certain room. The library. Come on, let's go in. Alright. Oh, what are we doing here all of a sudden? Oh, man, we walked all the way up here and talked all the way up here, you know. Through the only set of stairs we could get up here, right? Yeah, so here in the library, as I guess this is a good time as any to say welcome. What's up, y'all? Come back to more Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc, even though this is the middle of the video. But I say that because it's actually a whole different day. That last part where I did like 30-40 minutes or something like that was on October 20th of 2024. What day is it today? June the 5th, or January the 5th. January the 5th, 2025. So Happy New Year if you're just tuning in. And yeah, we're back, finally back playing more Danganronpa after 3 months. After about 2-3 months. Hopefully with 100% less the audio fuckery going on here, right? Because when I was playing Bloodstained, I started Bloodstained. I started playing Ritual of the Night shortly after that. And I seem to have little to no problems there. So hopefully everything's back to normal here. So yeah, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry about that the audio kept going out and I had to, voice act my own parts. I had to voice act over the parts where it was talking. And the audio just happened to go out like when the actual voice, like the game's actual voice acting was happening. So I just I have to talk over it. Like I have to supply my own voice acting as best as I can. So anyway. But we'll talk more about that at the end of the video, at the end of this recording, this particular recording session. But let's continue on so as to not interrupt things too much. Let's take this way. If I remember, on the other side of this door, I didn't want to. I wanted to check the letter, bro. It's the archives, right? Hurry up and go inside. Oh, here?
Let's go.
It'll all make sense once you're inside. Okay, have fun inside. Books. Whoa, there's so many books and files. And so much dust, too.
So in other words...
I would say there's enough value in this place to endure the dust. Really? How do I... Okay, it's triangle to... It has been a while since I played this, so excuse me. There's even a surveillance camera here. Let me guess, there's no monitor? I don't see none. That's the shelves. This shelf is stuffed tight with files. Without really thinking about it, I picked one at random. Ah, you have a sharp eye indeed to select that file.
That's right.
That's the report on a presidential assassination. The original is kept at the National Library. It won't be declassified for another 30 years. Are you sure you want to look at it now? There's no telling whose crosshairs you might wind up in for peeking at it. Without making a sound. I mean, we're stuck in here in this goddamn school, right? Like, who the hell is gonna come after me from the outside? Unless one of the other students or Monokuma himself. Go ahead and read that shit. But now, without making a sound, I return the file to the shelf. I mean, like no one's. Monokuma already said that no one's gonna be coming up in here, right? And no one's gonna be going out, so. There's so many files stuffed under this shelf. What's in all these things?
That's enough.
Those documents are dangerous. Dangerous? They detail all the people who control the world from behind the scenes. Dangerous truth for a commoner. You mean like members of the Diet or something? What the fuck? The Diet? No, I mean members I mean, the ones with real power, the secret council controlling everything from the shadows. If you're ready to be disappeared for it, take a look. There are some very interesting people in there. You're just kidding, right? Am I? I'll just let it go for now. Okay. Maybe I would end up dead if I was Makoto. If I was in Makoto's shoes. Man, just go and read that shit. But okay, I understand. There's a ton of thick files stuffed onto the bookshelf. If you're thinking of looking through any of them, let me give you a little warning. Those things are filled with graphic, disturbing photos from all kinds of crime scenes. It's the kind of thing any normal person wouldn't ever want to look at. Be careful. What do you mean? All those files are investigation reports related to different cold cases. Those are internal documents for police eyes only. They're not the kind of thing you'd expect to leak. Alright, I see a couple boxes down here. What have you got to say yourself? If you pay attention to your surroundings, you're sure to discover that value for yourself. Alright. Oh, can I not? What's these on the floor? Huh? It's a desk lamp. Oh yeah, it's the same one I saw Byakuya using in the library before.
What?
The library. Do you have a problem with that lamp? It was here before, then I moved it over there. It's too dark to use over there, so I thought I'd put it to good use. But doing what? Just sitting in the corner on the floor. Alright, well, the only thing we haven't checked is this right here. There's a wooden box, it's empty. Although, judging by the smudges and the dust, it looks like there was something inside. I wonder what it was. There was an extension cord plugged in there. It proved very useful when I was in the library. An extension cord, huh? So, are you finally beginning to understand the true splendor of this library? The entire reason I was interested in the library is because of this room right here.
Interesting.
It's home to classified government documents, police records, things no ordinary person would ever see. Isn't it magnificent? This can't be for real, right?
Such ignorance.
That's your guys' problem. Anything that doesn't fit into your preconceived reality, you label it a lie. Oh well, it's not that, it's not like I totally refuse to believe it, but I mean, there's just so much. How could anyone have put this all together? True. I suppose it just goes to show how much Hope's Peak truly wields. Or perhaps the mastermind may have wanted to provide us with enough entertainment to keep us from getting bored. And look how that's working out. It's no use. I can't keep up with all this. It's just too unreal. What's wrong? You still can't believe it? What about you? Oh, well, what about you? How can you believe it so easily? Things like that are usually impossible.
What?
What do you mean, usually? Usual, normal, ordinary, simple? Those things don't exist anywhere in the real world. If you don't understand what they actually represent, you don't understand the nature of anything. You don't pull your punches, do you? Damn. Besides, what you consider usual is based on your common sense, right? Yeah, but what makes you think your own common sense applies to... But what makes you think your own common sense applies to me at all? That sentence is constructed weird. I see what it's saying, though. Oh, but what makes you think your own common sense applies to me at all? Okay, I see him. The documents, The documents gathered here are genuine. I have reviewed them multiple times, so there is no doubt. Hold on a second. You're saying you've read all these documents and more than once? But all this has to be like top secret, confidential stuff, right? So why? My family has a reading room just like this at our home. Ours is bigger, of course, and not as dusty. Huh? Members of the Togami family have access to any variety of government-related documents. That includes foreign powers such as domestic. How is that possible? I mean, you are the
So in other words,
rich boy, right? I already told you there's a secret council that controls the world from the shadows. My family is a member of that council. That sounds believable, actually. And I have within me the bloodline that will allow me to one day bend the world to my will. But to become such a what are you, the goddamn... there's something like... there's something like a Castlevania reference or something. But to become such a ruler, I must know all levels of this world backwards and forwards. So whenever I have time, I like to review whatever documents and materials that interest me. Which is why I can proclaim without a doubt that the materials gathered here are the real thing. This is beyond believing or not believing. Byakuya is actually starting to scare me more than in the actual mastermind. It really makes you think. And what always interested me, what always interested me the most were the cold case police investigation reports. Reading through those reports has always been a hobby of mine ever since I was little. It's excellent mental exercise. I've solved more than a few of those cases just by reviewing the reports. And among all those reports, one of my recent favorites is the Genocide Jack case. As he talked, Byakuya grabbed a specific file from the shelf.
that's right.
This is the complete file case. Every single report surrounding the Genocide Jack cases has been compiled in here. Because there are so many, allow me to quickly summarize the main points. Okay, give it to me. To begin, there are two notable characteristics in every Genocide Jack murder. The first characteristic is that at every crime scene, the word bloodlust is written in the victim's own blood. And the second is that when the victims are murdered, their bodies are suspended in a certain way. Bloodlust is written in blood, and the victim's body is suspended. It's exactly the same as what happened to Chihiro. Save your surprise, the best is yet to come. The best? For the second characteristic, where the victims are suspended, the only ones who knew about that particular fact were the members of the police and other higher-ups. By all accounts, nobody in the media ever found out. Huh? In other words, no one on the news, no one online, nobody knew about that aspect of each crime. Yeah, so no one in the public knew about the suspension. Only key officials and the killer himself knew about this act of mounting the victim. Now, if you recall Chihiro's corpse, her body was most certainly mounted in this fashion. So, how could the killer have known about suspending the victim?
That's right.
That's the key question. But in fact, the answer is quite simple.
So in other words,
The culprit isn't a copycat killer, it's the real Genocide Jack.
in other words,
I see what you're saying, but man, he's still going with that. That right there is the evidence that Genocide Jack has hidden himself among the rest of us. Then Genocide Jack really is such a brutal, fiendish killer that really is walking around among us.
Interesting.
These things are really starting to get interesting, aren't they? I never imagined a killer with such reputation would ever become part of our little game. Now, don't you think it would be good for you to take a look at what I've already seen? You might just manage to ferret out a clue or two.
Such ignorance.
If you get down on your knees and beg, I might even show you myself. Alright, what you got? Byakuya about that Genocide Jack case file. Could you let me see it?
That's fine.
Whoa, you didn't beg. I'm not doing that shit. I'm not begging. I ain't begging you for shit. But I guess it's okay this time. Feel free to look at it in here, but you can't take it with you. Uh-oh, cutscene graphic. Byakuya handed me the file, and I flipped through it with tense, nervous fingers. Suddenly, my hand stopped. I had reached the page where photos from the scene of each crime had been collected. The victim, Ken Harada, office worker 32. Murder took place in the parking complex. Scissors. The names of Genocide Jack's victims ran on for several pages. Ken Harada, 32. Tetsuhiro Honda, 17. Shoji Gaku, 23. Kano Issei, 14. Takashi Yoshida, 30. My goodness. Oh my god. Okay, I'm sorry about Japanese names. Komatsuna Taro, Takefumi Gono, Uchida Naohisa, Takashi Masamune, Yuto Umejima. There was no end to it. I'm so sorry, I messed up his name. But one thing became perfectly clear as I read. All the killer's countless victims were killed and suspended exactly the same way. And at the scene of every murder, the word bloodlust was written in the victim's own blood. Now take a look at the next page and you'll find another interesting tidbit. Next page. Camera zooming out. Profiling results. Let's see, all the crimes took place either on weekdays at night or during the holidays, either day or night. The most common time for the killings to take place was on holidays and the afternoon. Based on these facts, it could be suggested that the suspect may be a student. Evidence suggests that the suspect lingered at the scene, but when they did leave, they were in a panic. Because an eyewitness has never come forward, it's unlikely there was any external reason for this. This confused behavior suggests that the suspect may potentially suffer from dissociative identity disorder? Dissociative identity. The key point here is that the culprit may well have a split personality. Split personality? Like the kind of thing you see on TV? Oh boy. It's only a matter of time before this came up, huh? So I'm part of another totally unbelievable story. But this one is way more unbelievable than anything else up until now. Maybe it really isn't. I don't know. I feel like my mind has gone numb. We got the case file. Alright, we should get going soon. Oh, where are we going now? Anywhere but here. We finished our business here, haven't we? Oh, wait. As usual, Byakuya turned and left without another word. I hurried out of the library to catch up. Oh, this is where we part ways. I have some things I need to take care of before the class trial. Just all of a sudden like that? Come on, enough of your annoying misapprehensions. Did you really think we'd be together the whole time? Take responsibility for yourself and do something useful. Move the investigation forward on your own. Well, goodbye. And just like that, he was gone. Just as quickly as he'd asked me to join him, he'd cut me off. In the end, I felt like I was just some plaything getting tossed around. At the same time, I'd uncovered some really important clues thanks to him. So yeah, thanks. Genocide Jack. He's the one that killed Chihiro. And that murderous fiend is one of us. But who is it? I have to find that out no matter what it takes. And to do that, there's somewhere I have to investigate one more time. I have to go back to the crime scene, the girls' locker room. I should check the boys' locker room too. And the others might have come up with some info I might find useful while I'm at it. Find out everything I can. Oh man. So we just have free reign here. Check the map here. Yep, we got Yamada is in the hallway, the pool hallway. Owada, Kirigiri, and Ogami in the girls' locker room. No one's in the boys' locker room. Oh, he wants me to go to the dining hall and the warehouse. Celeste is there. Okay. Yasuhiro. Alright. Man, the thing went off. What is it with the game sound went off again? Why does it only happen when it never happened? I swear to God, the game sound never went out when I was playing Bloodstained. Well, you know what? It's a good thing that we're stopping here. I don't know. Oh my god. Is it? Why? Please don't tell me it's gonna start doing that. Oh my god. Alright, so yeah, thank y'all so much for watching. I'll be shit, that's awkward. I hate when that happens. I hate that shit. But what can you do? What I really should have done in the last time is just went back to like the last save point, you know, where so I wouldn't have to do all that over again. But anyway, yeah, I'm so sorry about like the audio issues I'm having then and now. Apparently, it never fucking stopped. Now, hopefully it won't happen again. But and hopefully it won't start with Bloodstained either, because I don't need that shit. So yeah, thank y'all so much for watching this part of Danganronpa. I'm sorry that I apologize again. But next time we'll just continue the investigation. Maybe I should like just stop recording this again if it's gonna keep doing that shit. Anyway, see y'all. Bye.